Okay, a very good morning children. Children, in the previous class, we had discussed what are different trigonometric ratio, introduction to trigonometry, the different trigonometric ratios, their formula of an acute angle, sine theta. If theta is an acute angle, what are the different trigonometric ratios, sine, cos, tan, cot, sec, cosec, and their formula in terms of P, B and H, that is perpendicular, base and hypotenuse, as trigonometry is applied only to right triangle. Okay, so we have already discussed the different formulae of different trigonometric ratios of acute angle theta. I have written once, you can see you children here. Today we will discuss what are the trigonometric ratios of complementary angle. I also told you what are complementary angles in the previous class. Complementary angles means if sum of two angles is 90 degree, if we take the sum of suppose 60 and 30, 60 plus 30 is 90 degree, so 60 and 30 degree are complementary of one another, or 60 is the complement of 30, 30 is the complement of 60, and to find the complement of 60, what we do? To find the complement of an angle, what we do? We subtract the given angle from 90 degrees. So these are the elementary things which we have already read in junior classes. Now see how to find trigonometric ratios of complementary angles, that we will discuss today. Look at this right triangle. Already we have discussed this thing. Suppose this angle is 90 degree, this is theta. If this angle is theta, theta means any acute angle. This angle C and angle A are acute angles. So if this angle is theta, what will be the measure of angle A? It will be 90 minus theta. 90 minus theta. Okay. Now we have already discussed how to find trigonometric ratios of theta, but we have not discussed how to find the trigonometric ratios of 90 minus theta. Let us see what are the trigonometric ratios of this complementary angle, that is complement of theta. Okay. Now to understand this, you see children, one thing you remember. See, when we found the trigonometric ratios of angle C, that is theta, this is the perpendicular, this is the base, and hypotenuse is AC. When we will find the trigonometric ratio of this angle means angle A. When we will find the trigonometric ratio of angle A, which is 90 minus theta, do you think that this will be the perpendicular and this will be the base? Do you think that AB will be the perpendicular and BC will be the base? The answer is clearly no. When we find the trigonometric ratio of this angle, this will be no more the perpendicular and this will be no longer the base. Then who will be the perpendicular and who will be the base? Which side will be the perpendicular and which side will be the base? That is important to understand. This one remains fixed, unchanged. Hypotenuse, which is the longest side, it is the longest side of the right triangle, so it will not change. Only the base and perpendicular will change when we find the trigonometric ratio of this acute angle or this acute angle. So what you have to remember, when the trigonometric ratios of this angle C are found, this is the perpendicular, this will be the base. That means AB is the perpendicular and BC is the base. But when we find the trigonometric ratio of angle A, AB will not be the perpendicular. Then who will be the perpendicular? This will be the perpendicular, BC. And AB will become what? It will become the base. So what is the conclusion? The conclusion is the acute angle whose trigonometric ratio we want to find. The acute angle whose trigonometric ratio we want to find. The opposite side of that angle will be the perpendicular in a right triangle. That we have to remember. That means in a right triangle, the side opposite to the acute angle. The side opposite to the acute angle means either angle C or angle A. The side opposite to the acute angle will be the perpendicular in a right triangle when we find its trigonometric ratio. That we have to remember. So now you can easily find what will be the formula for trigonometric ratios of 90 minus theta. Let us find the first one. Sine 90 degree minus theta. What will be the formula? Let us see. What will be the value of sine 90 minus theta? As I told you, 90 minus theta is an acute angle, and when we find the ratio, maybe sine, maybe cos, maybe tan, any ratio, opposite side, which is the opposite side of this angle? BC. BC is the opposite side of this angle. So this will become the perpendicular. So as it is P by H, the formula is sine theta is P by H. I have written here, you see. Sine theta P by H, cos theta P by H. When we find the sine ratio of this is the perpendicular, this is the hypotenuse. So P by H, I have written AB by AC. I have written once again all the formulae, please see. So now our aim is to find the sine ratio of this angle A. sin 90 minus theta will be P by H, and P which will be P, BC will be P, you see, BC, and H is which one, AC. That means sin 90 minus theta is BC by AC, and look at BC by AC is which one, BC by AC equal to cos theta. So the formula for sin 90 minus theta will be cos theta. Okay, the formula for sin 90 minus theta will be cos theta. That means whenever sin 90 minus theta comes in any calculation, in place of sin 90 minus theta, we have to write cos theta. Okay, while solving problems. Similarly, what is the cos ratio? Let us find the cos ratio of this angle. Now, what will be cos 90 degree minus theta? Cos 90 minus theta, you see, what is the formula of cos theta? B by H. So first you write B by H. Okay. Then which will be the B? This will not be the B. AB. AB will be the B. I mean base. And hypotenuse is AC, AB by AC. So cos 90 minus theta will be AB by AC. And AB by AC is which one, you see? AB by AC. AB by AC equal to sin theta. So definitely its formula will be, this will be equal to sin theta. That means cos 90 minus theta equal to sin theta. This is the formula you have to remember. I am doing the proof how it is sin theta. Then tan. Let us find the tan ratio. Tan 90 minus theta. Okay. Tan 90 minus theta is what? P by B. That means tan ratio of angle A. This one is 90 minus theta. Tan 90 minus theta is P by B. P by B means your P is BC and B is your AB. BC by AB and BC by AB. BC by AB. BC by AB. See, BC by AB equal to cos theta. BC by AB equal to cos theta. So tan 90 minus theta equal to cos theta. Okay. Similarly, cot 90 minus theta. You see, what is the cot ratio? What is the cot ratio of 90 minus theta, which is an acute angle? Now, cot ratio of this angle will be, what is the formula? It is B by P. B by P means AB by BC. And AB by BC, look at AB by BC is which one? Tan theta. So it will be definitely equal to tan theta. Okay. Then your sec theta. Sec 90 degree minus theta. Sec 90 minus theta. What is the formula for sec theta? Sec theta is your x by b. Sec theta is x by b. Hypotenuse by base. Hypotenuse by base. H, which is h? Which is h here? When we find trigonometric ratio of 90 minus theta, this is the hypotenuse. So AC and B is which one? Your AB. So AC by AB and AC by AB, look at. AC by AB equal to cosec theta. So sec 90 minus theta equal to cosec theta. And the final one, the last ratio is your cosec 90 degree minus theta. You see, cosec 90 minus theta. We have to find the cosec ratio of this angle. As you know, cosec theta equal to what? Hypotenuse by perpendicular. So you write down hypotenuse h by p and hypotenuse by perpendicular. Okay. Hypotenuse is which one? AC. So write down AC. Perpendicular, we are finding the trigonometric ratio of this angle. So this is the perpendicular, that is BC. So AC by BC. And look at AC by BC is which ratio? AC by BC is which ratio? It is sec theta. So this will be equal to sec theta. You see. That means what I mean to say, children, sin 90 minus theta is always equal to cos theta. Cos 90 minus theta is always equal to sin theta. Tan 90 minus theta is always equal to cot theta. Cot 90 minus theta is always equal to tan theta. Sec 90 minus theta equal to cosec theta. And cosec 90 minus theta is sec theta. So we have to remember all these trigonometric ratio of different complementary angles, that is 90 minus theta, in order to apply while solving problems. We will discuss problems on all these things. Soon after the chapter is completed, I will discuss some important problems where you will find the application of all these formulae. Whatever we have discussed in the last two classes and this class, we are going to discuss problems after the total chapter, I mean the complete chapter is over. Okay? Thank you. I hope you understood.